Welcome to Save the Pencil, an inspirational podcast that talks about the creative, artistic endeavors. I am your host, Jody Hughes, and I'm asking you to save the pencil. Today's topic is struggling with deadlines. So, I'm taking a break from a kids book project I'm doing. For those who don't know, I'm a college student. I'm a senior, and one of the head guys, I guess, on the board, he saw my work and asked for me to work on a kid's book that a friend of his is working, Cool New School for ASU. I got excited, jumped to the chance, and actually worked on it. So this is very new to me. I've done a couple of kids books in the past for friends and clients, and it was on a very small scale, self-published. And working with an actual school, it's interesting because I'm dealing with issues where I have trouble communicating, and a lot of writers. I've only worked with four different writers, and it seems the common thing with them is they want complete control over a work, which is great in one opinion, but they don't seem to realize that somebody reads their book, they're not going to have the exact same vision as them. People interpret things differently. And the thing I'm, of course, struggling with is my deadline. Recently, I got it pushed back. Thank goodness. I love you, Steve. Thank you so much. Due to school, my senior show, social life, and of course, Inktober. Trying to balance, I guess, school, hobbies, social life, and various projects is really hard for a lot of artists, especially for me. Jeez, I get so scatterbrained, it's crazy. And I actually had to get mine pushed back, and I think that's, I don't want to make it a habit, but good communication is really important. My first book project I worked with a guy. The guy was a bit crazy, I think, but I had really poor communication skills, and he kept trying to make changes in the middle of the project, and he had trouble understanding that you can't just do that if you want a traditional painted book. That project went south pretty quick, but I learned the importance of explaining the process of creating art to people who don't create art. And I don't mean that writing, but I mean like visual art, because everyone's process is a bit different. And if you can explain that and how long it takes and that sort of thing, it really, really helps calm the editor, writer, other people. It helps calm them down because, one, it makes you sound like a professional, you know what you're doing, and two, they have confidence, they'll know what to expect. So I think that's what saved me on this project right now is the writer Steve and his wife. I'm sorry, your name slipped me. Please forgive me. They understand that they keep asking for changes, and of course, when I do projects, I usually put a certain number of changes you can make before I start charging you for them. But I think it's important to keep communication, and it's okay to ask for a deadline. If it really would mean the product would come out much better if they gave you an extra week. In my experience, editors are actually usually okay with that if it's not too bad or if it's reasonable. And that's just a little thought I wanted to get off my chest while I'm taking a break from this project. I just kind of want to talk about that for sort of an art journal. And hopefully you all listening to this can take something from it. I'm a newbie at this, so anybody can give me any heads up, tips, tricks, that sort of thing, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. See you till next time. And, don't give up on art, okay? Save that pencil.